Now we've updated all of the MRI scans to include the correct attributes for each of the objects. And now we can return back to the Quality Assurance tab to review our results. So we want to, let's reparse this folder. And now we've updated to remove everything over 500, which are the MRIs. So this now is only strictly CT scans that are in here. We again have our list of outliers, and let's return to evaluating our CT outliers, and then next we'll look at our MRI outliers. So let's take a look at this one. This is showing the bladder as being an outlier in this case. Seems to be okay. I don't see anything obvious wrong with that. In this case, the stomach. Let's take a look at that. The stomach, in this case, could potentially be over-segmented in this region here. This would require an expert to review to determine if that's the case or not. You can continue down this list in order of rank, or you can also explore these from the specific organ categories here. One important notice is that it's separating left and right for each of these, and if it makes sense to combine left and right together, the way that you can do that is by specifying the attributes to use for grouping. So if we, right now this is empty and it's using the default grouping, but if we add organ here, it will reassess and only use the organ attribute to do the grouping. We could, for example, specify organ and side, in which case we get back to side. So in this case, let's try removing the side and analyze these as individual groups. So in this case, let's just look at the adrenal gland. Each of these little boxes represents one of the segmentations. Anything far away from the normal distribution here is considered an outlier. And you can click on them and take a look at each of these objects to see what's going on with them. So in this case, this particular object is an outlier, an object of mass and mean value. And so if we take a look at that one, it's this one here, which is I think it's this light blue one here. Yeah, it's the light blue one there. And this is indicating that their size and mean value of that is perhaps an outlier. I don't see anything obvious wrong with it. Again, you would need to have an expert review that to see if that's actually an outlier. If you're comparing to the right adrenal gland, that right side does look significantly different from the left. So there perhaps could be an issue there. And you can do the same for any of these. Review the outliers from this perspective, so mean value. You can pick a normal looking one, so a normal looking bladder in this case. It would look like this. And if we then take, so that was this normal one, you know, in the middle of the distribution. Let's take now a look at this one here, which is what we were looking at before. Flatter here is significantly different. So there's a bright spot here, which is impacting this particular one. So perhaps that's a tumor or you know, something else that's in there. I'm not really sure. Again, an expert would have to review that to determine if there's any particular problems there. Could also be contrast dye perhaps, or something that was used during the scan. Not sure. Further, we can go back to the MRI scans. So let's take a look at the MRI scans now. And there's fewer of them, but again, you can look at the outliers from this perspective. And let's just take a look at the number 1 outlier there. See if there's any strange. Yeah, that's a problem right here. It's a problem with segmentation there. And let's see if we can find that. Looks like there's something occurred on a particular slice with the segmentation. There it is there. So it looks like the operator made a mistake there somehow, and that increased the overall size, which ProSurgical was able to identify. So you would likely want to clean that up. You could use the manual tool here to erase that, which we just did there. And that looks like it fixed it. We can save it